What is slapping and what are the benefits of it? To keep it very simple, slapping puts a lot of pressure on the defense. So a slapper is someone on the left side who is very fast. So they can go from home to first on average between 2.7 seconds to 2.8 seconds. And a slapper can have a bunch of different tools in their toolbox. So they can drag bunt, they can soft slap, they can power slap, and they can stand in. And a slapper starting out might just have a drag bunt and a soft slap, which is totally fine. Because if you think about it, the defense still has to field the ball and throw it to first in 2.8 seconds. And that's the beauty of slapping. Put it in play and make the defense work. And when slappers start to progress, they're going to read the defense and they're going to be able to choose what slap they want to do. For those who are coming from baseball and really don't understand it, just think softball is a very short, quick game. Bases are 60 feet. In baseball, bases are 90 feet. So this slapping technique would not make sense in the baseball world. I always get just stand in, swing it hard. Well, guess what? I don't have to do that. To me, a single is a single. Whether I do a drag bunt down first base, they can't touch it, or I hit a hard single to right field. To me, that's the same thing. But by me being able to drag bunt, soft slap, power slap, and stand in, the defense is going to be guessing every single pitch. Because every single pitch, what I'm doing as a hitter is I'm getting in the box, I'm waiting for the pitcher, but I'm also looking at where everyone is on the defense. So if I have the third baseman really far in, and maybe the shortstop is playing baseline, well, I'm probably not going to soft slap, but I can power slap. So I could do a little poke over third baseman's head. If I do that because she's so far in, that might be a double because it's right over her head, it hits, it might go into foul territory. Let's say that's my first at bat. Second at bat, now the third baseman is like, okay, she got it over my head, I don't want her to beat me again, so I'm going to take some steps back. Shortstop might be thinking the same thing. Maybe not too far back, but they're going to be right behind the baseline. So as a slapper, I'm getting in the box and I'm recognizing that. I'm seeing that they're further back. So this time, now I'm going to soft slap and I'm going to hit it right in that 5-6 hole. That 5-6 hole is really tough to defend against a slapper. I know that because I was a shortstop. Even if I took 1 to 2 steps to my right, I would have to backhand that. And even if I got there quick, I fielded it cleanly, I still had to throw her out in 2.8 seconds. And if you've never done it, you don't understand how hard that really is. So my third at bat, now that shortstop's like, okay, she's beat me in that 5-6 hole. I'm going to shade 1 to 2 steps to my right. Third baseman, they could be in, they could be back, doesn't matter. But what I'm recognizing as a slapper in my third at bat, I'm seeing there's a big hole right by second base. So instead of soft slapping, now I'm going to power slap so I can get it past the pitcher and I'm going to hit a single up the middle. This is what makes slapping such a strategy, is because the defense is probably going to move on you every at bat because they don't want to get beat again. However, they move, you change your technique or you change where you place it and it's a single. And with that, even if the defense gets there, they have to field it quick, they have to field it clean, and they have to throw it hard in order to get you out in about 2.7 seconds to 2.8 seconds. And a common misconception are that slappers only hit soft or only hit little dinkers. That's not the case. For me, I started late in my softball journey, so I didn't switch over to the left side until I was about 17, which was really late for me. I don't recommend switching that late, but I did it. It was late for me, so I really perfected the bunt and the soft slap. For me, my strength was placing it perfectly in the infield. Now, if I could redo it all over again, I would start slapping at maybe 12. That way I could perfect the bunt, soft slap, power slap, and I would perfect standing in. That way, if I had runners in scoring position, I could either stand in to hit for power because the defense might be in on me. They might think I'm slapping, or I could power slap. So I've got options and I'm going to make that defense work. So if you are a slapper, every single pitch, when you get in that box, you are looking to where the defense is at. It's not every single at bat, it's every single pitch because the defense is going to change on you. So if I'm coming in the box and let's say I do a drag bunt and I miss it or foul it, okay, the defense is in. Now I see that when I get back in the box, I might stand in or I might power slap. That's the beauty of slapping. You have a ton of options. And I will be the first to say that when I switched to the left side, I struggled with it because I wasn't hitting home runs like all of my teammates. I just had it in my head that because I wasn't hitting bombs, I wasn't a great player, which is a really bad attitude to have. But the more I put the ball into play, the more I got on base. And what I loved the most is when I got on base, the defense was just as nervous with me on base as they were with me in the box. And the defense didn't like me on base because I was stealing a lot. I was getting the extra bags that other players weren't. So eventually I realized I needed to play to my strengths. I'm not a home run hitter, I never was, but I was very good at getting into the box, reading the defense, and putting the ball where the defense wasn't. And when I was on base, I was stealing a bunch of bags and I was getting extra bases. Nothing gave me more excitement than walking up to the box, and you can hear all the coaches in the dugout telling the defense where to go, get the out, be quick, and then that immediately puts a lot of pressure on the defense, like, dang, she's up again, she's fast, I gotta get to the ball, I gotta field it cleanly, and I gotta throw it to first base very, very fast. So if you are a slapper, my best advice to you, stay on the left side, perfect the bunt, soft slap, power slap. Also work on standing in, because eventually you want to be able to do all of those things to where the defense is like, I have no idea how to play you.
A lot, as most slappers do.
1-2 from Ellison. Ground ball to shortstop. Dalton is... That's a base hit.
Not as quite as frigid as that first weekend, but
If they don't get the
power and scoring runs and...
Okay, because they had a hard time adjusting. Chop to short.
This one's lined to left field pretty deep. Going back is Mayu. It's here in the fifth. Aaliyah.
Ball, her drop ball, look for her to work 58 to 62 miles an hour.
She's thrown a perfect game and 2 no-hitters. This won't be one of them.
To the left side, and
They're running from the ball.
Calland was 0 for 5 coming into the game.
She caught fire.
There's a knock up the
foot has to be inside box. Snared at
play. 3 infielders on the left side. She
Look at
pulls it.
here.
She hits it deep. Could this be the second of her
Oh
career?
my! And her teammates are so excited.
She whacks one pretty deep to left center field. Andrews hits it into center. Andrews pokes it. It's down in fair territory.